Okay, so now this content management system is of different type, or yes. And what does content management system do? What they do is it has a predefined templates that you can edit to suit, or that you can customize to suit whatever you want. Just like, for instance, you don't know how to make your CV, or you have a friend who has his own CV already in Microsoft Word, and you want to make your own too. Now, you not say that your friend should send you his or her CV so that you can edit for your own information. So that is more like a CMS. So in websites, we have what we call content management system, that they already have a website template. Though the content there is, we call it dummy content, not really your content, but you can delete those contents and put your own. So that is what we call CMS. And in websites, there are quite a number of CMS we can use. One of them is WordPress. We have Joomla. We have Drupal. We have Wix. There are many. There are many. So, but one stood out among all of them, which is WordPress. Now, for you to know, you can just go to your browser and type what is the percentage of sites developed using WordPress compared to other. Like I said, we have many content management systems, but WordPress stands out of them. And you can see from here, from my screen, if you look at it, you see that this says that WordPress powers approximately 43% of all websites on the internet. Website is different from web applications. Website is different from mobile app. Websites are sites that you visit and get information, or some are even web applications. So, but basically, all the content management systems, CMS, that we have, all the websites built with all of these content management systems, 43% of them were built using WordPress alone, meaning the rest of them shares the remaining 57%. So this is telling you that there is a market for anybody that knows how to use WordPress to develop websites. Am I making sense, please? So that is just the bottom line. So before you dive into anything, you need to look at the markets. You want to start selling cola nuts. Okay. Is cola nut widely accepted in Nigeria? Are people buying it? What is the percentage of people buying cola nuts? That is what you need to know before you dive into any product or skills. There are a lot of skills in computing, but the one you want to do, what is the market trend, or what is the market value? Is it in demand? Just like you want to buy a car. The car that is not widely used in Nigeria, and you not buy it, if it has problem, how do you repair it? So you need to look at what people are using, and that is what you leverage your skills on. So, and that is why we choose WordPress over all of these other content management systems to do our web development. So by the end of this particular lesson, what we expect every participant here to be able to do is, one, you should be able to explain the role of XAMPP in local website development. You should be able to install and configure WordPress in a local environment. We should be able to create and manage pages within WordPress. We should be able to customize a WordPress theme for accessibility and visual design. Then we should be able to analyze the file structure and dashboard features of WordPress. So these are what we should be able to do by the end of this lesson. Excuse me. So what is XAMPP and why do we use XAMPP to develop websites? Now, I'll be making some examples. The word XAMPP stands for, the X stands for cross-platform. The X stands for cross-platform. Why the A stands for Apache, which is the web server. The M stands for MySQL, which is database. The first P stands for PHP, that's a scripting computer language. Then the pair, which is an optional scripting language as well. So these are what forms XAMPP. So XAMPP is it is free. You don't have to pay to get it. It's an open source. When we say something is an open source, it means anybody can use it. It is free. Nobody will ask you for a copyright theft. So it's an open source software package that lets you run a full web server on your own computer. It is usually mainly for developing and testing websites locally. Now, if you want to develop a website, you need hosting. There's what we call hosting. Hosting. There's what we call domain. So these two things are what you need to be able to develop your website online or launch your website online. Now, what does hosting do? Hosting, I will be making an example with house or building. Now, if you want to build a house, the first thing you will get is what? You need to get land because you cannot build your house on the roof. Are we together, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, this hosting serves as your land now that you want to build your house on. Okay. Now, let's say land now. And this, you have to pay for it, just such as the way you buy your land. Then, domain. Domain now is the address of where the land is. Maybe your land is at beside National Open University, Abuja. So that is the address. At times we call it domain or we call it address. So that is the location of the land, address of the land. But in websites, you will not see the hosting with a physical eye because all of these are digital assets. So hosting comes in bits, in sizes, just like when you are buying your phone, how many memory, or when you are buying a memory card, or you are buying hard disk, or you are buying a system, or you're not saying what is the hard disk size. So what you are buying here is the size. So hosting is in sizes, just like your land is also in hectares, or 50 by 50, 100 by 100, or whatsoever. The same thing hosting. So the site you want to build will give you the idea of the capacity of the hosting you want to buy. For instance, you want to build a personal website for yourself, just for yourself, a personal website whereby you can put your picture, your CV, just something like that. And somebody that wants to build a website for e-commerce like Jumia or Konga, who do you think will need more space? Anybody?
Yes, the person that wants to build Jumia.
E-commerce. Thank you. So the same thing happens in website. Now, I'm just giving you a clue. At the end, if you are now a web developer and somebody wants to consult you to develop a website, you need to know the kind of website the person wants. That will inform you on the kind of hosting you are going to purchase, and that will also give you the idea of how much you are going to charge. So this comes in sizes. Then the address now, which is the domain, you also have different extensions. And what do we mean by the extensions? The extensions are .com, .com.ng, .net, .org. All of these things, that we see on maybe facebook.com, jumia.ng or whatever, these are extensions of domain. So your actual website name, which is the domain or the address, will now be before that .com or .whatever. Say, for instance, widen.com or widen.com.ng or widen.net or widen.org. As the case may, you will see all these extensions. You will now choose from. This also, you will buy it. So you see, there are two things now. You buy the hosting, you buy the domain. So domain does not come in size. It only comes in different extensions. But hosting comes in sizes. Now, this domain, two people cannot use the same domain worldwide, just like the way we have email address. If your email address is widen@gmail.com, nowhere in the world anybody can use widen@gmail.com again. Just like when you want to register a business name with CAC, the moment somebody have registered that business name before with CAC, you cannot get that name again. And that is why when you want to do CAC, they will say, go and do name search first. So that you see that, okay, that name you want to use is available or somebody else have used it. So the same thing here. Once you have a, like facebook.com now, nobody can use it again. unsuk.edu.ng, nobody can use it again. now.edu.ng, nobody. So you too will not have a domain for yourself or for the client, or they will have given you their name. You will suggest, they will suggest a domain for you. If you check it's not available, then you tell them this name you suggested is not available, then let's craft another one from their logo, from their name or whatsoever, until you are finally able to get an available domain before you register it. So these are the two things basically that you have to buy before you can start or before you can deploy your website online for people to see anywhere in the world. But as a learner that we are right now, we want to start learning how to develop websites. And before we can learn, at least we need, as we are learning, we need to be test running what we are learning. So now, how do we now first it that before I start learning, I have to pay for this hosting and I have to pay for domain? And this comes in, you renew it either monthly, quarterly, or by annual or annually. So if you pay for 1 year and before 1 year you are not done with learning, you have to renew again to continue learning. That is a cost that's okay. People now sit down like, okay, what can we do to minimize this cost? There should be a platform where we can do all our learning, all our development locally on our system before we now take it online to buy this hosting and domain. And that is what gave birth to XAMPP. So we don't have to buy this now. We don't have to buy the domain now. All we need to do is get XAMPP installed on our system. XAMPP will do all of these things for us locally on our system. Until when we are done with whatever we want to do on our system locally, then we can now buy the domain and hosting and deploy it online. So at that point, you, the developer and the owner of the company, you have checked, do corrections, editing, everything on your system and confirm that, okay, yes, this is good to go live. Then that is when they can now pay for the hosting and domain. You see, you have saved them from that money they will have, the months or the years or the days they will have wasted for the hosting and domain they have paid for before you complete the development. At times, some websites will take time depending on what information you are getting from the person that you are working with. So, and if you have paid for the hosting, then the money is going. It will not wait. And the moment it expires and you did not renew, the site will be shut down. So we now see the essence of XAMPP now. So XAMPP will allow us to be able to do these two things on our system without paying a dime. But that system will not be visible anywhere, only on that system where you are developing it. So it is when we are not done before we can now move it to the online or on internet. So you can see why we use XAMPP now. No internet or hosting needed to build or test websites. Perfect for WordPress, PHP, and database management. And it is very easy to install and use. Very, very easy. Very easy to install and use. So you can see I say, and think of XAMPP as your practice stadium. Yes, before launching your website to the real world. Okay, so please take your time and watch the YouTube video that we have on the page. So that takes us to into AI and smart features, but we need to do a few practical on this before we proceed to AI on this. Okay, what we'll do is this. We need to download this XAMPP on our system. And there is a particular version I want us to download. Please take note of this step. Now, to download XAMPP, please, we cannot use it on mobile phone. We cannot do this on mobile phone, like I said last time. It has to be on the system. So we will download XAMPP from our system. All you need to do is just go to our browser, type download XAMPP, then press enter. When we press enter, you see the first one that comes up, download XAMPP. You can see my cursor like this. Just click on it. Now, when you click on it, as we all know that there are different systems with different operating systems. What do I mean by operating system? There are systems that has Windows, maybe Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10. Okay. Then there are some that are Linux operating system. There are some that are Mac. There are some that are OS. So depending on the operating system of your operating system that you have on your PC, but I'm sure virtually majority of us uses Windows. Okay, so now this Windows that we see here, this XAMPP also have different versions of XAMPP. We have version 8.0.30, 8.1.25, 8.2.12, but I will enjoy us to download a particular version that will not be giving us problem. Most of these 8.0 or 8 point something version that you are seeing are still beta version. And what do I mean by beta version? They are not stable yet. They are still work in progress. So at a point, you might have issues with it. And imagine a site that you have built to about 70 or 80%. And now the XAMPP crash. It's going to lose all the document, all the what you have built. You now have to uninstall the XAMPP and restart afresh. So now to download the version that we want to use, you click on more downloads. As you can see here, more downloads. Then don't forget, we are downloading for Windows. You look for XAMPP Windows here. You click on it. Then you will now scroll down to 7.4.33. Don't download any 8 points, anything. Download 7.4.33 or 7.4.30. So I'll click on this 7.4.33. Once I click on it, it takes me to this page. Okay. Now you download the second to the last on the list, which says XAMPP Windows x64 7.4.33-0-VC15 installer.exe. The one that is second to the last on the list. And if you also look at the number of downloads here, is the one that have the highest number of downloads, which is 1,779 compared to the rest that have maybe 459, 106. So that's also to tell you that this is the one that majority of people are using. So when you click on it, then it will tell you your download will start shortly. And as you can see, it has started downloading for me. It's just 141 MB. And I'm almost done downloading it. It's completely downloaded now. So after download, what do we need to do? We'll just install it. This is it here. This is how it looks like. Can we see it? Can we see it, please?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so do we understand this? Hey, do you understand the steps on how to download it now, please?
Yes, sir.
How many of us can install software like this on system? How many of us can install software on system? Like this that we just download now. If you are to install it, it's just by clicking next, 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 next. If I double click it now, it will just give me an option. Let's see. I want to install it now, though I have it before, so I will not install it, but I will just show us what we will call encounter here. You may first see something like this. Do you want to allow this or whatsoever? You just click yes. When you click yes, it will not take you. So you see, welcome to XAMPP. It will give you this kind of warning. Important, because an activated user account control, whatever it is, just click OK, no problem. Okay, just click OK. Then all you need to do again now is next, 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 till it completely install. Once it's done, you will see finish here. Then you are done installing your XAMPP. Now, for you to confirm whether your XAMPP installed successfully or not, you will now go to your, let me close this. So you will now, somebody is chatting. Okay, good. So you will now go to your search bar here. Can you see? You search for the XAMPP. You will see it like this, XAMPP control. When you click on it, you will see how it will pop up. This is how it will come up on your system. Now, if you look at the full meaning of XAMPP that we gave, we say X means cross-platform. That cross-platform means that XAMPP works with all browsers that you can have on your system, be it Edge, Internet Explorer, Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Opera, anyone. XAMPP works with it. So it is not browser selective. Okay? So now, look at this Apache. You know, we have it in the XAMPP. We also have MySQL. So these are just the two basic things that we need now. So we will now click on Start in front of Apache. You also click on Start in front of MySQL. Now, you see that there are numbers reading in front of both of them. So once you notice that these two Apache and MySQL starts successfully, and you can see the numbers under the PID and number under the ports, then your XAMPP is installed successfully. You can also confirm by opening your browser and type localhost. When you type localhost and press enter, then it takes you to this page. You can see XAMPP Apache plus MariaDB plus PHP plus PER. Then welcome to XAMPP for Windows 7.4.33. This is the version that I installed. So once you see this, you are good to go. So this page you are seeing, it is opening without internet. So we do not use internet to open this. It is because we have started our XAMPP. That is why we can open this page. If I disable the XAMPP, if I stop it now here, and I type localhost again and see localhost, you will see what it will come up. I press enter. Let's see. You see that it said this site can't be reached, right? It is because we have stopped the server. Are we getting it, please?
Okay.
So, meaning whenever you want to develop locally, these two, Apache and MySQL on your XAMPP, must be started. So I'll start them back. Now let me reload this page. Can we see it's back? Please, any questions so far, or am I too fast? Please ask questions based on what we've just discussed. And if there is anywhere we need to go back to, so before we proceed, please. Anybody with any question, please? You can unmute yourself and ask, please. This process, we are going to do it just once. We have installed the XAMPP, we are done with XAMPP installation. We are not going back there. Anytime we want to work, all we need to do is just start the XAMPP, and that's all. So anybody with any questions, or we continue? Okay, I assume there's no question for now. Okay, so now We have finished installing our XAMPP and we can confirm that the XAMPP is working perfectly. Then the next thing is the WordPress that we want to use. Okay, the WordPress that we want to use. Now, how do we install WordPress? Okay, now to install WordPress, we also have to download it, just like the way we download XAMPP. And to download WordPress, just go to your browser as well and type download WordPress. Press enter. When you press enter, the first on the list also, you will see it, wordpress.org. Download wordpress.org. Click on it. When you click on it, it will take you to this page, Get WordPress. Everything you need to set up your site just the way you want it. Can you see? Now, this is the current version, WordPress 6.8.3. You now click on it. When you click on it, it will start downloading immediately. It's just about 27.2 MB. So as you can see, it's downloading now. While it's downloading, you can ask your questions while it is downloading. Okay? If you still have questions, you can ask. I hope we are taking note of these two software that we have downloaded XAMPP, we have installed it now, and we have confirmed that it is working. Now, the other software we are downloading now is WordPress. So you go to download WordPress on your browser, then you click on the first, then you see the available version of WordPress. You click on download, and that is what we are doing right now. So this WordPress also, we only download it once and keep it on our system. But if you do not keep it, anytime you want to set up another website, apart from the one you are doing, it means you have to go and download it again. But if you keep it, you can keep duplicating that for all other websites. So it's downloading. I think, yes, in a few seconds, it will be completed.
Sir, you said that we cannot use our phone. It's only the computer
Yes,
that we
you
can
cannot.
use.
You can only use, because you see, one thing about web design is this. You know, we have three categories of devices. We have the PC, which is the desktop or laptop or whatsoever. Then we have the tablets. Then the last is the mobile devices. These are the three categories of devices we have. Now, if you are developing with phone, there are some things you will not be able to do effectively. So, and why you also need to develop with system is because on system, you'll be able to test the responsiveness of your website. And what do we mean by responsiveness? When we say responsiveness, means that it's displayed perfectly fine on both the three categories of devices. Have you seen some sites that when you check them on website, it is on system, it's displayed perfectly fine. But when you check them on mobile devices, it's a bit scattered, not well arranged. We say such websites are not responsive. So a very good website should be responsive to all these three categories of devices. Let me give you an example again. As a mobile app developer, if you are using a Windows system like the one we are using now, maybe Windows 7, Windows 10, Windows 11, or whatsoever Windows, you cannot build app that will work with iPhone. You can only build an Android app with a Windows operating system, which is why you see most developer or programmer, they use MacBook, because this allows them to do for iPhone and at the same time for Android. So if you want to develop an app and you only have on Android, so it means people that are using iPhone cannot use your service. So that's why you see a good professional developer will not use a Windows operating system because it will limit them. So the same thing why you cannot use mobile app to do a professional website. Are we getting it, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, so that's what I will say regarding this. So now our WordPress has completely downloaded. So now what do we do? You can see it come in a zip folder. You can see it. This is how it will come. Okay, now we will unzip it. I believe we all know how to unzip. You right click, you now click extract all, extract all. So I just click extract all, then I will extract. So now what I'm doing now is I want to see what is inside that zip folder. And that is what we need, because there is a folder inside that folder. So it is that folder that is inside that we need, not this one that is zipped. Okay? So I'm unzipping it now. Okay, it has finally unzipped. And that is, and you will see it. Can you see it now? So it is not zipped now. You can see this is the zip one. This is the one that we have unzipped. We will open this. I double click. You see inside, we now have WordPress inside. You see, this WordPress inside doesn't have any number attached to it. But the one we unzip, there is a number that's 683, whatever. But the one that is inside doesn't have any number. It is this one that does not have any number that we need. So we will now copy this. Now we have copied it. Where do we take it to? We have started developing our website too. If time permits, we might complete a website this evening so that you can practice that on your own too and see how far you can go. So now, this one now, I have right-click and copy now. Where will I go and paste it? That is the next question. Now, we go to our computer, my computer, or this computer on your system. You go to your local disk. Can you see? Under local disk, if you have installed your XAMPP successfully, you will see XAMPP folder, second to the last on this list. Can you see it? You double click it, that is, you open it. When you open that XAMPP folder, there are a lot of folders inside and file. So what you are looking for here is htdocs. This, I'm coming. This particular one, htdocs, that's DOCX. htdocs. This is what we are looking for. Now, it is inside this folder that we are going to paste that WordPress that we copied. So I will now open this htdocs. You can see I have a lot of folders here. All these folders you are seeing are websites that I'm working on or those that I have finished working on, but I still have them locally. Most of these websites, the name you are seeing here are websites that have gone live that are using. Some are still under development. All of these that you are seeing. So now you will not paste, when you are doing your own, you will just see a few folder. Like what you will see is this. You will see what is it? Where is phpMyAdmin? You will see I'm coming okay. You will see XAMPP, you will see Webalizer, you will see. So basically, all you need to do here is just paste that WordPress that you have copied. Now I've right click and I'm pasting. So I'm pasting it now. Please, any question as to how we get to this place before we proceed? Please, I want us to get it. So that because next week we might not go back to this. I've not really, most times when I take this class, the time don't usually permit to really go deep. I don't know how we're going to do it, but there are a lot of things to be taught. But if you pay close attention, it is self-learning, like you can do it without even any deeper. So what you just need is the basic knowledge on how to set up. The rest is history. Now, this is the folder. I've pasted it. Okay. Now, you will now rename it because you can be working on 2, 3, 4, 5 websites at a time. How do you differentiate them? Okay, so it's by giving each one of them a different name. Let's take, for instance, I want to develop for Widen now. Okay, I already have Widen here. Okay, so I will name this one maybe Widen class. Let's take, for instance, Widen class or module 2. Okay, let's call it module 2. Good.
Module 2.
Widen module 2. Call it module 2. So I will now right click and click rename module 2. Then so I now have it as module 2. Now this is my website. Now this is the website that we want to build, module 2. So, excuse me. Now we have named it as module 2. We will now go to our browser. Now to access that website now that we have named module 2 on our browser, we will now type, please, when you are developing locally, to access your website, it must be prefixed with localhost before you type the website name. So we now type localhost / that's / that website name now, which is what? Module 2. Then I will press enter. This thing we are doing is locally now. It is not using internet. You will see what it will give us. And like I said, before you can do this, you must make sure that your XAMPP is running. The Apache and MySQL is actively running before you can see this page we're about to see. If not, you will get error message. So we are waiting, it's loading. Let's wait. Please, you can still ask your question, guys. Anytime we have something to wait for, you can just unmute yourself and ask your questions. Okay, fine. Now we are here. You see this page that we are viewing like this, it is without internet. It's as a result of that XAMPP that we are able to see this page. Okay, now which language do we want to use in building our website? Now, it's already selected English, but if you understand any other language, you can read, you can choose it. But for me, I think I only understand English. There's no Yoruba here. I would have chosen Yoruba. So I will pick English. Now I'll click continue. All this we are doing now is offline, not online. Basically offline. Now, before we can proceed from here, we have to supply these 5 information. It says, welcome to WordPress. Before getting started, you will need to know the following items. 1, database name. 2, database username. 3, database password. 4, database host. Then 5, table prefix. We cannot proceed from this page if we do not know all these 5 items. Are we getting it, please? Now, what we do is this. We will now go and create all of this. Okay? So we open another tab and type localhost, which we are already here. Now, to create our database, we will click on phpMyAdmin. Can we see it? phpMyAdmin. Once I click on it, this will take us to a database environment. I've clicked on it. This is offline as well. All what we are doing now is offline. And you can see that we have not written any single line of code. But what we have done, if we are to use code, you would have write about 2 pages of code. Now we are here. So this is where we'll create our database. There are 2 ways to it here. 1, it is either you click on databases or you click on new from this left sidebar. So I will click on databases. Now it takes me here. You see create database. Under this create database now, this space that is provided, you will now put your database name now. This database name that they're asking us here, you will now put it here. But you will not be the one to decide which name do you want to give to your database. But I usually advise that a name similar to the website name, because you might be working on 3, 4, 5 different websites.
Hello. Salam alaikum.
Yes.
Hello, my brother.
Good
my
evening,
dog. Please, you are too fast. Good evening. Well done. You are too fast. You said we should download something. And some students are trying to download that thing so that they can follow.
Oh, me, I thought we
You know,
actually noting
just take
it.
it easy. Take it easy, okay? Please.
Oh, okay,
You can go
okay.
ahead.
Okay, I didn't know we're
Network
actually
even.
downloading it, man. I thought they are noting it, then they will do it after the class. That was my thought. Okay, okay. Then, okay, let's wait. If we have people that have downloaded and you are stuck at anywhere, please, can you just identify, please? If you have downloaded any of the software, please, can you just signify? Either by raising up your hand or you just type it in the chat. Do you have people that have, anybody that have downloaded any of the software, the XAMPP or the WordPress? But do we have people that are downloading it?
I tried. Hello, well done,
Yes, I'm
sir.
with you. Yeah, I'm with you.
I tried downloading them, but it's not loading well.
Has it
And
been downloaded?
if I may suggest, it's better we do it after grasping the lessons very well.
That was my thought. Why I keep saying, okay, let's note it, and it's also in record, so we can also share the video. Yes, we can also share the video, because the thing is, if we are to be doing it live, we may not be able to do more because we use different internet capacity. Some to download that 147 MB might take like 20-30 minutes, while some maybe just 5-4 minutes, depending on the kind of internet service provider we are using. So, but I believe if we take note of the steps and we also watch the video at our own pace, we should be able to get it. So, are we okay with that?
All right, sir.
Okay. So, can we proceed?
All right.
All right.
Please
All
go
right.
ahead.
All right, ma'am. So we
Somebody
are
said you can do screen recording to learn
yeah,
by
yes,
by yourself.
I started with the screen recording. So all the class is being recorded. Okay. So now, like I said,
All right.
I will
Go
always
ahead, please.
advise,
Thank you.
that we give name that is close or similar to the website name as our database. Why? Because you might be working on 3, 4, 5 different websites at a time. Okay, for instance, you are developing for company A, and company C also want to contract you to develop a website. Will you tell them that I'm already doing one website for one company, I cannot do your own until I finish? No, you also get it. You start it side by
Hello,
side.
sir. You are not
Yeah.
audible, sir.
Oh, you cannot hear me? Is
We
that
can
same for
hear you.
every? Okay, I
I
guess
think
probably it's from your end.
You can
Okay.
go on, sir.
All right, ma. So now we give name that is close to the website name, so that by the time you want to deploy your website online, you will need the database and the folder to be able to deploy online. So you cannot copy the database of company of website A for website B. It will not work. The site will not work. Okay, so now we have named our folder module 2. So I will just name the database name as db underscore module 2, or you can just name it module 2 as well also, so that you will know that, okay, this database is for so websites. And please take note of the spelling. No mistake. No mistake. Let's take note of the spelling. No mistake.
yes, we can.